Good morning, good people. As I look for every reason under the sun not to go out and walk today, I need to do it. Monday threw me off because it rained in the morning. I did walk yesterday, and I try not to walk back to back yet. I used to could do it back 3 years ago, but as I'm beginning to walk more now, I need to make sure that I am taking care of myself and doing it the right way. But anyway, Openly Gray Part 2. May as well do it because it's gray outside. So here we go. First episode is talking about how stubborn I am. Well, all of them gonna be talking about how stubborn I am. But my neighbors out there. But it's actually talking about food. I was diagnosed with celiac disease, which means I cannot digest wheat, barley, rye, or oats, gluten. How old was I when I forgot how old I was. It was in 2009. I think I was 42. And so that limited my diet already. Certain things I'm not supposed to be eating with high blood pressure, hypertension, and then certain things I'm not supposed to be eating because I was like, went on this healthy eating thing and, dropped 50 pounds in 2021. So my diet was very limited, but I can be a little stubborn and eat what I want to eat. So enjoy. Hello, and welcome to the latest episode of Openly Gray. Funny stories about growing older. Food. So first off, you'll get the context as to why I'm lying flat on my back as I tell my story. So here we go. I'm on the list of things that you can't do as you get older is you can't eat some of the same foods that you used to eat as a young person. And some of them will really surprise you. Hence, I'm lying flat on my back right now. For a reason. So today, during my next to the last work session, I decided to, eat healthy and stop cheating on my diet. My trainer calls me out on that all the time. I mean, I'm a stress eater, so hard candy, chips, they got me through a lot over the years. I guess one of the things they got me to was almost 230 pounds in 2020. But anyway, even though they're high in calories as well, fruits are very good. Fruit is very good to consume. I love watermelon, oranges, tangerines, and grapes. I know an apple a day is supposed to keep the doctor away, but for some reason apples give me acid reflux. Didn't always, but, an older thing. So yesterday I followed the plan and, had some watermelon as my snack while I was working. Because I like to, snack while I'm working. Or eat lunch or eat dinner, whatever meal. I like to eat while I'm working. But I have to eat healthy. And eat to get back down to my goal weight because I kind of slipped recently. Watch the video. It's amazing how eating candy one day can just blow you up. But I did eat a whole bunch of candy. I have a cheat day, so I ate, just pigged out on candy and chips and paid for it. Anyway, today's snack was grapes. Green grapes. Love them. I'm down there just munching away and just doing my work and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, there was a rumble in my tummy. And it was not pleasant. It was very extra. Reminded me when I was first diagnosed with celiac. It felt like something alien was about to come out through my stomach. Not any other way, just through my stomach. I'm not going to be graphic here, but it couldn't have come out any other way because nothing was moving. It was just there. So to bring this to a close, after a lot of sweat, tears, yelling, everything finally came out and I'm good. But the grapes went into the trash. Off my shopping list. All right, so this next video talks about, I mentioned earlier this week that it was raining outside and I couldn't do my walk. So this one is talking about storms. Enjoy. All right, good people. Welcome to the latest episode of Openly Gray, Storms. And no, I'm not talking about the greatest X-Men of all times. I'm talking about what's going on out here, the storm. So those of us that are of a certain age, we remember all the rules and regulations that our grandparents, aunts and uncles and parents used to tell us. Things to do when it's storming outside. Hear that? My grandmother would probably have my head knowing that I'm sitting in front of this window like this. Oh, let's start with my least favorite one, though, because I don't understand why we had to turn off all the electricity, turn everything off, and just be quiet. Like, sit still and be quiet and listen to the terrifying sound of the thunder as a child. I mean, wouldn't you want to distract your child with something? I mean, we got to sit here and listen to all this thunder and see all that lightning and just thinking the world, God is mad at us. You know, like, what is this? I mean, it was kind of interesting to me. I mean, it was like the angels were bowling and the lightning was the sparks of the ball going down the aisle, down the alley. You know, because you hear lightning, it'll travel across the sky. I mean, hear thunder, it'll travel across the sky. So I'm thinking that they're out there bowling. Bowling was one of my favorite pastimes as a kid. But you had to be quiet. You had to get to the center of the house. I mean, like, are we hiding from the storm or something? I mean, can the storm hear us if I'm in here watching my Bugs Bunny? Oh, and as a side note, I am not advocating domestic violence whatsoever. But, you know, when it's raining out and it's daylight and the sun is out, at the same time, you know, they used to say that the devil's beating his wife. Of course, I don't advocate that, but, you know. I mean, it is the devil, and you married the devil. What do you expect? But my whole thing is like, we don't want to get struck by lightning. So why can't we get man stupid ass who like to walk around talking to himself in the storms and shit, who got struck by lightning a couple of years ago? Why can't we bring him over to the house and then we be protected, right? Somebody got to strike. This is the time I always hate it because it sounds like it's over, then all of a sudden, But now as an adult, I get it. You know, we had those TVs with the rabbit ears, so they were like lightning rods, I guess. Even though I never known of anybody's TV get struck by lightning. But, you know, it happened, but not when I grew up. But, you know, glad I survived it. Glad we all survived it. And here we are today with these bipolar weather. You know, it's now like a rite of passage to lose stuff. It's a sign that you have arrived in the old age bracket. Even though these days I have a lot of young people that tell me they lose things and they are right there right there in your hand or right there in your pocket. You know, looking for your phone and you're on your phone. Well, this is me looking for my glasses. And they are where? You already know. On my head. Hey, what's up? It's your boy Jay. Welcome you to another edition of Openly Gray. My funny experiences with growing older. Here we go. You know, ever since I had the cataract surgery, my vision has really improved. It's just when I, use my phone or use my computer, I need my readers. Speaking of which, I didn't leave them on this table. Dang, what did I do with them things? Didn't have them on when I was washing dishes. I took a nap earlier today. Nope. Damn. Man, they have them in here. What did I do with my glasses? Oh God, what's going on? Not in this bathroom. Man, I swear, I'm becoming my grandparents. I know where they are. In my pocket. All this time they were in my pocket. So this next part talks about my experience with technology. All these different apps and means of communication and things like that, and how, sometimes you think you with it, but you're not really with it. So, all about WhatsApp. Enjoy. And welcome to another edition of Openly Gray, the breakfast edition. So, very proud to say that my South African family and friends have finally put me into their WhatsApp group chat. I've only used that app really from when my sister would travel, so I really didn't know how to navigate it. But you learn new technology every day. So they're welcoming me. Hey, Jay, welcome in. All those good things. I'm like, guys, I can't hear you. It's like, can you turn your volumes up? My volume is all the way up on my phone. I mean, I'm all bent over the phone like this and everything. Like, I cannot hear you. So, I said, hang up and call me back and, still cannot hear you. Anyway, somebody on the call says, Jay, is your speakerphone on? Speakerphone? So I'm really new to talking on WhatsApp, and normally it goes straight to speakerphone when I take a call, but speakerphone? Anyway, they got a good laugh because I hit the speakerphone button and they was sounding like they were right here in the room with me. So, live and learn. Got to watch that technology. It never ceases to amaze me. All right, so this one is about hair and how hair grows in strange places. Enough said. Enjoy. Hey TikTok, welcome to the next episode of Openly Gray. Funny stories about growing older. This will be the shower and shave edition. If you know, then you know. You've already missed the first part and you won't see the last part. So anyway, my topic goes right along with the title. One of the funny things about growing older is the fact that you get hair in the strangest locations. I don't even know why I put cream right here because it's smooth as a baby's. Anyway, so back when I first started rocking this beard, I started getting tickling hair around my nose, and so I'm brushing my beard, my mustache profusely, trying to get the hair to lay down and all. This is back when I used to color it, of course. You actually don't think that beard was really black, did you? Come on. But yeah, I used to brush, try to get the hair from stop tickling my nose. Come to find out, it's actually a hair growing from inside my nose out. And speaking of nose, pardon this hideous crater right here. I guess I need some. So I got one of those, grooming tools, and I would stick it up in there and just turn it on, and that was a horrifying feeling. That thing just whooped around and just snatched all the hair out of the follicles. I do know how to speak. But yeah, I had hair growing all out my nose, growing out into the outside of my nose, tickling the nose. So I found that part out. Then the hair decides to start growing out of my ears. I'm thinking something crawling on my head or something like that, but it's growing out my ears onto my ear. So yeah, stuck that tool into my ear and rip those hairs out as well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch my mouth because I've already been suspended once. And then there's the hair on the back. Just get the clippers and clip that out. But also, hair is now growing gray. Started at the top of my head. Well, on my face because I never gave it a chance on top of my head because I've been shaving this since I was 26. Yeah, the beard went first, the mustache is going gray. I saw gray eyelash. Now have gray hair on my chest. I keep that buzz though. But thank God it's not down there. I'm lucky. Alright, so that's the 10,000. The last video is about my refusal to do lists, which I do now. Whew, I need a shower. Enjoy. Hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the latest edition of Openly Gray. Funny stories about growing older. The car edition. And as you can plainly see, I'm not driving. You know, I don't know about my fellow Generation Xers, my Gen Xers, but I'm at an age where basically you can't tell me shit. Some call it stubborn. Some call it hard-headed. But, you know, whatever. So anyway, after I finished my walk today, this morning, did my early morning cardio on, I went to the local grocery store to get 3 things. Something from the deli to eat, some deodorant, and to see if they had the gluten-free wraps that I normally use for breakfast. Yeah. Came out of there with $80 worth of stuff. Man, I wish I would hurry up with my food because I am hungry like the wolf. I don't know. I just refuse to use lists. I refuse to write down a list of what I need before I go to the store. My refusal is based on the fact that that's a sign of being old when you have to write stuff down. And I refuse. But yeah, I walked out of there with $80 worth of stuff. You know, things that I needed, nothing that I didn't need. I'm glad I got the stuff that I needed, that I went in there for, though, because sometimes people in my age group can go in the store for one thing or 2 things, come out with other things, and not the things that they went in there for. I see you. I guess if I continue to try to be with the times, I need to realize there's an app for that. The grocery store has an app. I could have done my grocery list there and just used my phone. It's a little different from writing down a list and going there with, you know, a written list. But I guess I could use an app for that so that I can stay on track. This growing old thing is so funny. All right, there you have it, good people. Don't forget to leave any comments in the below. Don't forget to leave any comments below of any topics that you would like for me to talk about as a person that's growing older. Because you gotta laugh at yourself to keep from crying, even though this is a privilege that's not offered to many. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Mia Bonga. Skin Sound.